In the evening of April 1, 1957, families across Britain gathered around their television sets, eager for the latest news. The BBC's respected current affairs program, Panorama, was about to air. For many, it was a trusted source, serious, reliable, and never one to joke about the world's events. But that night, something unusual was about to unfold. The program's host, Richard Dimbleby, appeared on screen with his usual calm authority. The segment began with gentle music and sweeping shots of the Swiss countryside. Viewers saw women carefully plucking strands of spaghetti from the branches of trees, then laying them out in the sun to dry. The camera lingered on the harvest, showing baskets filled with long, perfect noodles. Dimbleby explained that a mild winter and the virtual disappearance of the spaghetti weevil had led to a bumper crop that year. For a few minutes, the impossible seemed real. The narration was delivered with such sincerity, and the images were so convincing that thousands of viewers believed what they saw. Some wondered if spaghetti really did grow on trees in Switzerland. Others simply marveled at the wonders of the world. The next day, the BBC was flooded with calls. Some people wanted to know if the story was true. Others asked how they could grow their own spaghetti trees. The BBC's switchboard operators, caught off guard, politely replied, "Place a sprig of spaghetti in a tin of tomato sauce and hope for the best." The Spaghetti Tree Hoax was the brainchild of Charles de Jaeger, a cameraman for the BBC. He remembered a joke his teachers used to tell, that if he was good, he might one day learn how spaghetti trees were harvested. Inspired by this memory, de Jaeger pitched the idea to his editors. At first, they hesitated. The BBC was known for its seriousness, and April Fool's jokes were not part of its tradition. But the idea was too good to resist. With a small budget and a handful of actors, de Jaeger traveled to Switzerland. He filmed the now famous scenes in a hotel garden, using strings of cooked spaghetti draped over tree branches. The result was simple but effective. When Dimbleby agreed to narrate the segment, the hoax gained an air of credibility that few could question. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that bring history's greatest mysteries to life. At the time, spaghetti was still a novelty in Britain. Most people bought it in cans, and few had ever seen it cooked fresh. The idea of spaghetti growing on trees seemed just possible enough to believe, especially when presented by the BBC. The hoax quickly became legendary. Newspapers around the world reported on the prank, and the story was retold for years to come. It became a symbol of the power of television and a reminder that even the most trusted sources can sometimes play tricks. For the BBC, the Spaghetti Tree Hoax was a turning point. It showed that television could be playful as well as serious, and that audiences were willing to suspend disbelief, if only for a moment. The prank is still remembered as one of the greatest April Fool's jokes of all time. But beyond the laughter, the story of the Spaghetti Tree Hoax is a lesson in trust, curiosity, and the joy of being surprised. It reminds us that sometimes it's good to question what we see and hear, even from the most reliable sources. And it proves that a little imagination can go a long way. So the next time you see something unbelievable on the news, remember the spaghetti trees of Switzerland. Remember that history is full of surprises, and that sometimes the best stories are the ones that make us smile. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's cleverest pranks, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. What legend or hoax should we explore next? Drop your suggestions below. And remember, the world is full of wonders, some real, some not, and all worth discovering. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep the fire of curiosity burning bright.